open, and roll call of name, Tim Hague, Chairman, present.
Stephen Winters, present.
Mo McCarthy, present.
Ryan Burns, present.
All right, I guess we have a quorum. So the first order of business is minutes.
I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Mo will make the motion to accept the minutes.
For a second. Second, all those in favor? Aye. Aye. Thank you, so moved. Next, we have on the agenda a new public hearing for 402 West Senate Street. Chief Engineer and Associate. For a Eastern Royalty.
Do you have the public hearing ad, or do you want me to pull it up?
Oh, I got it.
Do you want me to pull it up?
No, it's loading. It's taking a minute. Okay, under the Wetland Protection Act, Chapter 131, Section 40 of Mass General Law is amended, and the West Bridgewater Wetland Protection Bylaw rules and regulations, and the West Bridgewater Stormwater Management Bylaw, West Bridgewater Conservation Commission hold a public hearing to remote participation on the 21st of April 2020, 6:30 p.m. for a notice of intent for a doubling additional oil facility opposed to West Senate Street. All interested persons are welcome to join the trusted position that found at West Bridgewater Town College of Business. We are now open.
Hey, Ed, are you there? Ed, you're on. Did you want to make a presentation, Ed? Ed, can you hear me? You're on. You're on, Ed.
I don't know if he has a speaker to hear us.
You're on, Ed.
If we have a speaker, I don't see a speaker.
Excuse me, John, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
And I can't hear you at all. I see you're someone talking, but I can't hear you at all. I'm gonna exit and rejoin, okay?
Okay.
While he's doing that, I found out that we can only have 10 people on this. So I think we're gonna have to look into an alternative app. Because as it stands tonight, I had 7 other people wanted to be on other than the commission members. And so we can only get 10 total. So we're right at that limit. You can hear me all right?
Yep.
It's back on. Can you hear us, Ed?
Here he comes.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can't hear you guys. This is driving me crazy.
Careful, we can hear you.
Well, let me dial into the phone call number, and I'll just do it that way.
And then you want me to present the map?
Okay, I have audio.
Okay, I have audio.
Great. You want me to pull up the map and present for you?
Let me
try from my end.
Okay, I
Okay, I
can see
trust
that.
you seeing that. Can you all see that now?
We're seeing your inbox.
See my inbox.
See my inbox.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to X out of that.
I'm hoping that's a little better.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay.
My apologies,
My
everybody.
apologies, everybody.
So
So I don't know why
I can't
your
hear
audio on my end. I have a headset in, and I'm hearing an echo of my own voice. So forgive me.
I'll
Deal with it.
This
This
happened to me once,
believe it or
believe it
not,
or
to
not,
a large conservation conference call. It was actually a video call in Kuwait.
A whole bunch of commands around the world. When I was on active duty, I was hearing in my voice.
Hearing in my voice.
So I'll
I'll try to soldier on and ignore it. So good evening,
Let me introduce myself.
I'm Pesci
From
from
Pesci
Pesci Engineering. Thanks very much for having us here tonight. And with me on the phone, I think,
is my client, Randy
Randy
Cardazian,
the Vice President of Real Estate
for Henley
Henley
Enterprises, which is the Valvoline and Oil Change franchisee owner here in New England. For the most part, anyway. As you all know, the site was previously developed. On the screen is the existing dramatic salon building, and the resources we have on the site are the perennial stream here to the east, the inner riparian area, the outer riparian area, and of course the bordering of the wetland. It is along the edge of disturbance, really, from the original development. We also have, and please if you would, confirm if you would, are you seeing the natural heritage map? Are you seeing that now?
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Okay, good.
We also have nearby natural heritage habitat area, but it pretty much follows the edge of the parking lot with a little there. I know that when GIS does this, and when natural heritage map things, it's not 100% perfect. This is, for the most part, the edge of the observance on our site. This is, of course, included in the North of Intense package. So we're here tonight for you to talk about the proposed valvoline engine oil change. Excuse me. And to get your current approval for the North of Intense along with approval under your administrative stormwater management regulations. Again, we're redeveloping the site. We're planning not to go and disturb the edge of wetlands or to go any further toward the wetlands than the current edge of disturbance. Quite stable, in good condition, no issues there. We also plan to reuse the entire stormwater drainage collection system and infiltration system. So we're planning to continue to use that on the side of the storm. And about half of the septic will be reused. And I've already talked to your agent, the council, about that. And working in that direction is good. It's been very helpful too. So we're trying to redevelop the site by staying to the east and to not any disturbance along the western border along the edge of the wetland DBW line. We'll be providing proper erosion controls. I'll go to the next sheet to discuss some of that. This is the grading drainage. And you can see the edge of disturbance that thing is a black hay bale fence line. And then we have a stone tracking pad here during the construction process. We're planning to provide those erosion controls during construction and to take care of various tweaks and what have you to make it not an issue going instead of going to the existing collection system. And we're not planning to disturb any of that. We're using it all in its entirety. Working very well. Together with the plan, I provided a utility sheet showing new septic systems from an area of leaching up here to the north. So new septic system over here to the left over here. Continuing to use the water and gas services that are there along as well as the electric services. But we have some new lighting that we're adding. This is the proposed landscape and lighting plan, showing some site lighting, the red squares and dots here. Along with the proposed landscaping on the site. So in my opinion, after all this analysis, this effort, this proposal complies with the river protection regulations, river protection regulations,
your local
stormwater bylaw and the local wetland regulations, as well as the DEP regulations. Attached to the notice of intent package was a stormwater report, detailed information, and really subject to your questions, that's all I have. Again, back up to the grading, drainage, and road control.
John, do you want to give your report?
All right, can everybody hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, to the, east of this project is, of course, the Market Basket Park a lot. So what they're doing is they're reducing the footprint of the building and some of the parking to lessen the amount of runoff from existing conditions there. They've met, and they're not going any closer to the wetland than what's there now as of today. So I've gone through all of the documents, and I agree with the conclusion that this is a lesser impact on water than what the original building and parking lot is. And as long as they maintain their erosion control measures and their stormwater during the construction, there will be no impact on the wetlands. So I'm recommending approval by the commission for both the notice of intent and the stormwater permit.
John, I haven't had time to look at the full plan, but have they dealt with any interior drainage and separators for the oil or leak that may happen?
Only got
part of that.
What was that again, Ed?
I only heard part of the
question. I was going to try to answer it, John. Go ahead.
So,
Repeat.
Yeah, I was just looking to see about the inside of the building. We've had a few others in town where we had to make sure that they've got oil separators or spill containment inside the building, or the oil or work that would be done on here for inside the garage.
Yes.
So
John knows this, we've had face-to-face conversations, both Randy, Daisy, and I, and is aware of what the interior somewhat interior operation looks like. But I'm going to turn it over to Randy and Daisy to explain what the interior looks like. On the phone, he's got to explain it. There's a tank room, we call it, in the building. Randy, you there? Give him a second. Okay, apparently couldn't get on. So I'll give you a quick synopsis. So every one of these facilities has a separate dike tank room where there's double wall tank inside a room with a dike area, and it's checked every day. What's an above ground tank? It's below the first level in the basement. But it's an above ground tank, if you will. And it's checked every day, and they do inventory control every day. They store the oil product, washer fluid, antifreeze, and automatic transmission fluid in that area. So it is in a room that has its own fire system. Fire suppression will be reviewed and approved by your department. I've done 13 of these traveling to Massachusetts. Okay. They're a company to deal with. They learn on the sites they've worked on, and they implement changes that make sense. They're really responsible partners in the community.
Okay, I figured there was going to be something in there, but I wanted to make sure. I don't have any other questions. Anybody else?
Do we still have the road to the east going into Market Basket? Is it still there?
The entrance road, and I'll use my cursor over here. The entrance road will not change. Stay in place. No changes to that at all. It is on our parcel. but there's an existing easement to allow it, so it's saying they're leaving that alone, that's kind of the edge of our disturbance.
Okay. I have no more questions.
Anybody else? Any more questions? Comments?
No.
Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
I'll make the motion. No will second.
Who's in favor? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Now entertain a motion to issue a, what is it, and a general stormwater permit.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. So moved. Thank you, Ed.
Gentlemen, thank you very, very much for, and John, especially you for setting this up, putting it together. Get us another step forward. I couldn't convince the zoning board in your town to do this, so we're meeting with the zoning board next month. I don't know where other challenges were, but I think you're setting the bar for everybody else, so keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Have a good night.
Yep, same to you. All right, next on the agenda is a continued public hearing for Scotland Street, Cochesset Estates.
John, are they making a presentation or anything?
There's a second. So here we are with a continued public hearing for Scotland Street. Can you all see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So the reason for the continuance is that our 53G review consultant is still going over the changes that were sent in and did not have time to prepare a report for tonight's meeting. So I informed everyone involved that we were going to have the next hearing on the 5th, whether there's a final report or not, just so that everybody can see what changes have been made. And based on tonight's situation, I think we need to look at maybe another platform to have these remote meetings, because there were some technical difficulties and I'd like to try to resolve that. So I'm making a recommendation to continue to the May 5th. We had received a request from the developer to do so because I had asked for it, and so that's what I'm recommending.
Need a motion to continue to May 5th?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
So,
I'll second it.
so
All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
I just need to know the mover and the seconder.
No was removed.
And the shaker was Ryan.
Ryan, yep.
Mover, moving and shaking here. All right. Next on the agenda is an update on Scotland Acres and the East Center Street sludge project. So there's really nothing new to report because we've had so much rain on the East Center project, and I'm still trying to set up a meeting with the owner on South Elm Street for the trespass. So we'll put it on for our next meeting.
Okay.
So I think that's about all of the agenda at this point.
Were there any warrant items we needed to approve or nothing?
Nothing to approve.
This is Mo. How are we gonna handle all
All right,
this?
anybody have anything else?
Can you hear me?
Wait a minute. Yeah.
We probably will need a new platform to handle all the butters.
Definitely.
The only other type I know of is I've heard people talk about Zoom, but I believe that again, the general use has 10 people, and then you have to buy a license to get more than 10 on it. I don't know whether municipalities can get a special rate or whether they have an exemption. The towns and
I've been up to
I know,
Zoom. I like it.
I've been using Zoom too. There's always been 10 or less people, so it could be something to that license thing.
yeah, you may have to buy in to get more.
Yeah.
So I've been in 2 Zoom meetings, and they were sponsored by someone with the license,
Okay.
and there doesn't seem to be as many technical difficulties with feedback and all that. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of work and find out whether we can invite someone to host the meeting for us that has a license, because we won't be doing this for too long, I would imagine. So it might not be worth getting a license, or maybe we can do a license per month type basis. So I'll do some research on it and get back to everybody real quick on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a bit of a trick controlling all the input from the abutters.
Definitely.
Everyone will be talking over each other.
So maybe there's a possibility that we could have the meeting at the town hall in a controlled situation with the commission members attending and not the public, but they could call in with questions. So that might be a possibility. But obviously, it's not working as quite as nice as we thought it would. And I'm sure everybody else has the same issue. And I do know that the zoning board isn't planning to hold one until they can be in the same room.
Yeah.
And with the emergency declaration that's out there, they're entitled to do that, but it really must impact the applicant considerably if they're going to have to wait indefinitely. I do know of another town who has a bunch of filings with the Concom, and they're not holding any meetings whatsoever. So they're doing the same thing. They're putting it off indefinitely. But there will be a time where all of a sudden the governor will lift that, and we'll have to be back to doing our normal public records requirements and public meeting requirements and timeframes and all that. So let me work on the platform that we're going to use. Maybe I can check with the Google Suite that we have and see if that can increase from 10 to more people, and that might help. But we've had some feedback issues with a few different attendees. And so it seems like we're doing fine tonight, just the commission members and me. But when we add in a guest that's outside of Chromebook or Google, it seems we are having some issues. I don't know if all that came through.
It did.
Yep.
I'm sure there's something out there. It's just a matter of finding it. What the cost is.
And for a short-term thing, we might be able to take some money out of the budget to make this work right. I think we owe that to the public.
Right. I would agree. So if you look into it, keep it posted.
All right, yeah, one of the things I did today in anticipation that eventually the office will open up, the town hall will open up, and we'll have people dropping stuff off. I've looked into, and I've ordered, a very small table to fit in the doorway. so that they would come to the door of the Concom office and there'd be a table in front of the door. And they would stop right there, put their stuff down, and Lowe's has a plexiglass sheet that we could put up to shield from any, so that there's some distance between the person and whoever's going to be waiting on them. And you may have seen some of those shields like at stores where the cashier has that shield in front of them. So I haven't purchased that, but I did order from WB Mason that table. Just to let you know. So that's it for tonight.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
I got it.
Moved and seconded, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So moved.
All right, thank you, everyone.